All right, let us continue. We got some more stuff we gotta do. More puzzles to solve. We just created. Gatehouse has delivered something. Yep, we just speed it up. We have a bunch of plants here, as you can see. Still don't know how we deal with that thing, but I'm sure it will reveal itself in time. Let us sprint to the gatehouse. It's probably another key, if I had to guess, or not. Letter from sister, Hopgood household, 19th of September 1890. Dear sister, I am so glad to hear you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the three initials of my name to make it easy for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. The initials of Elizabeth's name is the code. Okay. Botany Manor, home of the Greene family. Alright, so my sister's initials is the password. Makes sense? It's such a beautiful manor though. Gotta say. God, it's got a certain something to it. So it's EAG. Right? EAG. EAG, EAG, EAG. Library Hall. EAG. Open. What do you mean? EAG, bro. Elizabeth Ann Green. Bro. Lady Arabella Greene, please let you know that the family tree is complete, carefully tracing a history of your lineage. As per your request, I have altered the customary presentation, now displaying the maiden names of the ladies in your family rather than their current names acquired through marriage. Should you require any further adjustments or have additional inquiries, I remain at your service. Yours, Robert Hinchley, genealogist. Was this always there? I don't think I read that. So she would be Hopgood, EAH. AH. There you go. Open the letter lock. Lock picker. Oh, we got achievements now. Showing up. Library hall. Font. Thank you card. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I am keen that my daughters have access to good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Helping people, educate their children. Alright, so this is, if I look at my map, the first floor, the library hall. Oh my, more staircase. What's up at the study then? Oh, its study is locked. Well, that makes our entire thinking a little easier. Botanical Allies, Chapter 4. 4 new plants have been added. Botanical Allies. Nightfall, Lilium Hesperides. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. Seed packet location, Grandma's vault. Sapphire Gloom. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Sateria coruella. It's in the study, okay. Cradle Fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the bank, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. And brook chalice. My friend wrote to me about the brook chalice, which made me want to research them. In the attic, master bedroom, study, and grandma's vault. Modern methods of teaching. Ah, because I gotta teach the two kids. There. The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds, with a big strong beak. Oh what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. Is that a clue? That is wrong. They hated that combination. We got some mushrooms. The book, Wonders of the Night Sky. Night Sky book. Plants. Little chairs. We can look upon the good library. Beautiful. This corner, nothing. Okay, and then in the middle, also not much going on. Alright. Now we have an upstairs we can go visit. Okay. Another story, the complete Aesop's fables. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I am not a fish, but a prince, enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, and the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall, Thursday, 4th January 1860. Supper is at 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. E. Grimes, proprietor. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. Tea. Alright, so my cousin is calling me. Find a husband. I don't think she was very interested in that. Another Aesop's fable. The complete Aesop's fables. The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but then laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Yes, that story I think everyone knows. Probably the most famous of Aesop's fables. A rising sun, I guess. Okay, we still have no way into Grandma's vault. Unless I'm supposed to look at these paintings or something. Modern methods of teaching. Oh, okay, it's all the different things. The hair and the maybe at different times of day each thing happens. One evening. Okay, so Fox and the Crow is of Sybil was in the evening. That's how we solve these. We have an Aesop's fable out here now. And all this was done for this Olive Campbell. Mayhaps. One bright morning, the golden fish. The golden fish was bright morning. At midday, tortoise and hare. So bright morning, golden fish. Bright morning, golden fish. Midday, evening, night. Boom. Grandma's vault. Unlock Grandma's vault. Oh my. Quite a place, huh? Sunset 1st of May. Red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset 22nd of May. Blue, yellow, pink, orange. Sunset 8th of July. Blue, purple, pink, orange. Colors different day. Old newspaper, the London Record and Weekly Journal of Literature, Science and Art. Number 159, volume 7 for the week ending 9th May 1829. Long time ago. Price 1 penny. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College London. After an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society, John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undertake the importance of this science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of men. Ridley also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. Undervalue the importance of this science. Great. Sexist, obviously. Got some nice coins. Are they gold? Sunset 14th of October. Green, blue, pink, orange. 29th of April. Purple, red, yellow. Orange, yellow. Seeds. There you go. So we got the seeds for nightfall. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. Okay. Key to the study. Nice. Okay, Grandma's research about nightfall. Mary Green, research notes 1830 to 31. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I am determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Task for this month. Monitor nightfall seedlings. Rose planting list. Collect field samples. Seed collection. Okay, that's definitely about nightfall. Sunset paintings and grandma seeds. Probably we need a specific day. Right? Sunset 25th of June. Blue, purple, orange, red. 12th of September. Blue, yellow, orange, red. 8th of August. Blue, purple, red, orange. Now that we have the key to this study, head straight over there. Alright, study is open for us. Meadow Orchids of Britain. Collected and researched by Professor J. Montague, assisted by R. Brown. Letter from Anne, January 1890. My dear friend, I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it is so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such an important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. The grades. I get no recognition for my work just because I am a woman. Incredible. Professor's note. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before summer ends, the other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Thank you, Theodore. Fungi of Britain. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous. What the hell? Because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case. Not always parasites, but they could be. Okay, that is sapphire gloom. Got some spores here. Not edible, but the mushroom book definitely about this because it's mushrooms. Arboriculture. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Hypoc hypoloc hypoxylin Hypoxylin causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration. Won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the barks and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There is currently no known cure. Black rust. Bark rust. Bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to the tree. It is usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Tree diseases. Bird eggs. Shell duck. River swan. Blue heron. Crested owl egg. What the hell? It's cool looking. Golden mallard egg, red-billed moorhen egg, kingfisher egg, small, speckled sparrow, crovelier duck egg, quail egg. Okay. Is that perhaps a clue also? Bird eggs. I don't know about that. Okay, so we can see what this thing has. This thing definitely, this is blocked by the tree. This has the third disease. There is no known cure. Right, we know that much. It's got root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms on purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to dry out and lose all of its leaves. There's currently no known cure. That is definitely related to the sapphire gloom because that is also a parasite. Okay, so we need to do the second one first. Kind of what I expected. Arabella's pets. A pot. Put some soil. Put some sapphire bloom in there. Water it so it sprouts. Then we just put it over here. It should spread. Yep. Yep, all over the tree. Oh, and it fixed the tree. Wow. Sapphire gloom. Grow the sapphire gloom. The sapphire gloom is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Oh, well, that's interesting. Plus, elderly discount applied. The photos that we were doing. Now we can head inside here. Okay, it's the whole world here. The Trap Fairy painting. Is that a hint? Bird eggs, fairy paintings, those are all hints. Letter about weeds, 10th of August. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along a river in Somerset recently and noticed a sight that I just had to write to you about. In the water I saw the brook chalice blooming. I have never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what would have caused this? Ever your friend, Edith. Brook chalice. Cradle fern, brook chalice. Letter about weeds, definitely brook chalice. Also sit on this. Look at this beautiful corridor and that little hamster or whatever that is. Attic. Attic is locked. Another chair. We will look at these paintings, the leaves, chandelier, some other stuff back here. Cradle fern. Oh, okay. Cradle fern is a cradle. It has eggs in there. Okay, fern painting is definitely related to that. Oh, and the bird eggs are also the cradle fern thing. Right, and bird eggs also there. The fairy painting. Trapped fairy. It must be something else. Brook chalice or something. We don't know for sure. We'll figure it out. I'm getting it. I'm picking up what they're putting down. We got ourselves another seeds thing. Nice little bedroom here. A staircase up. Lots of stuff going on here, man. Lot of stuff. Okay, what do we have here in the trash? Weed removal ad. Clark, aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weeds? We are specialized in removing the following weeds: algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice, duckweed. Make an appointment today. Clark & Co. Certified Weed Removal and Agricultural Services. Yeovil. Brook chalice, huh? Weed removal. Chalice. Petition. Somerset Society for Wildlife Protection offers a petition to be presented to the Honourable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear the beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return this letter to us. No expense attends signing. Your signature, Arabella Greene. Is that a clue? Petition. Decline of several bird species. Okay. The cradle fern is here. It's definitely that the bird petition. It's about this. Somerset rivers. The Trapped Fairy. There you go. A folklore. Written and illustrated by J.R.R. Kelly. Cripplegate Publishing. Once upon a time there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of time and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. The Nyx took offense and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. What the hell? The Nyx, this is for Nightfall. Nightfall. So the fairy story and the fairy painting was about Nightfall. Photograph. My dear Nova. Never forgotten. Clue? No. The cat. Not a clue. Is that a chamber pot? I guess they don't have bathrooms, huh? Letter from Eliza. Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it is worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing Us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them and none given to Constance and I. Let us plan another field trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitats where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. It's not, that's just a problem of being a woman. Times. Essence of Areca flower, Winter and Co. chemist. For sprains, stains, and joint pains. Tincture of red clover. Chamomile and red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. Yep, that's a chamber pot. Right there. Oh, we do have a bathroom. But no toilet in there. Interesting. Oh my god, 5 pieces. Okay. Plumbing coat for all plumbing and water system needs to Lady Arabella Greene from Wilson Pumblers. Glucker Bristol Stout service code 15th May 1890. Installation of disconnected pipes. Total 14. Dear Arabella, here is our code to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to the professionals. Have a nice day, Frederick. Oh yeah? It doesn't seem very hard. Flush the toilet, clean and tidy. Yep, of course. The bath geyser manual. A hot bath at the tub a hot bath at the turn of a tap. The number 30 bath geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without any extra cost. Ibbotson and Sons, sole patentees and manufacturers, Nasela, number 8, Bristol, Somerset. Okay. Who needs a plumber? Connect all the pipes. So one of these plants will need a specific temperature of thing. Probably brook chalice. It's in the water, and the other ones are in water. So that is for that thing. And we're still looking for more hints, more things to find out. Oh, there's something about Somerset. Letter from Montague, Montague Hall, June 1864, so before some time. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Okay, so when I did that. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincerely, Professor Montague. So he helped me. River Trust, Somerset River Trust, seasonal newsletter, April 1890, Somersetshire. River swimming this season. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we have cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of all aquatic weeds. The River Cam, the River Chew, and the River Sommer have all been cleared of weeds, thanks to the services of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Company. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the rivers of Somerset are clean and weed-free. Monthly donations can be made by appointment or subscription in writing to Riverside Walk, Bridge Repairs. I'm sure he does not like that. Right? They're not weeds. Plants. Government notice. Official government health and safety warning. 8th of August 1890. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Iron Works has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: Cam, Sommer, and Chew. The river Forme was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We are still researching what led to that effect. Mayor of Somerset. Ah, so maybe the river Forme had the brook chalice, and the brook chalice is cleaning it. We have the attic key now. So I have this room, yep, all the rivers. Letter about melodies. Dearest Arabella, I am writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in my botanical studies. It turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. Your sincere friend, Marianne. Which plant loves melodies? We don't know that yet. River of Somerset, River Axe, Parrot, Yo, Thone, Formy, Brute, Cam, and Sommer. That definitely relates to this, and I think we have everything for Brook Chalice. No, not this. The river poster. Yep, okay. So which river was strangely free of the stuff? Formy. River Formy. 25 degrees Celsius. River Formy, 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. Cradle Fern, Nightfall. Oh, I don't have the seed yet. Oh, well that's disturbing. It's 25 though, right? 25 degrees Celsius average temperature. Set it to 25. Go. When I get the seed, I'll be ready. I believe it is in the attic. Okay, this is definitely melodies. Yep. Bird calls. Play it yourself. Home Piano Forte Collection. Bird calls. Interpretations from nature written as easy to play melodies to enjoy at home. Published by A.G. Gilchrist Music Company, London. Shoveler duck, blue heron, shield duck, pintail, golden mallard, crested owl, silver magpie, red-billed moonhorn, teal and tufted duck. Again, this is where you can come and play these. Where am I gonna find the brook? It's in the attic. I am in the attic. Is this not the attic? Oh no, I have the key to the attic. Alright, the attic is this way. Alright, probably upstairs. Trapped moths, the flower growing companion, an illustrated monthly journal. Gardening curiosities, trapped moths. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year, so if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later. News for the season, supplies by postal order. That is definitely about nightfall. Trapped moths. Moth spotting calendar for southwest England, designed and printed by the English Society of Lepidopterists. And all the moths of England. Hate those. I don't like moths. Moth calendar, moths poster. Gotta put a moth inside of the damn plant? I hope not. Oh my. Rusty pig. Lectures of botany. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems which allow them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the colors of light in some way. Horticulturalists and botanists have made use of this knowledge to trick different flowers into blooming at any time they like. That definitely relates to this. Yep, there you go. So we know everything now about nightfall. Oh. Magic lantern, property of Arabella Greene. Okay, and we have all the slides here. Nice. The hell is this? Dinner invitation, March 1863, Green Bank Hall. My dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbor's son Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousins William and Thomas may well aspire to become accomplished scientists, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Yours very sincerely, Aunt Agnes. Nope. Uninterested in that apparently. Ballad. The Botanist's Digest. The Botanist's Digest, a monthly journal of botanical news, number 31, volume 4, February 1863, price 1 penny. This month, in conversation with Professor Montague, leading expert in British meadow orchids. Okay. In his words, every plant, every leaf, and every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. My aim is simply to uncover some of those mysteries. Professor John Montague, renowned botanist, sheds light on his groundbreaking work in the world of Meador orchids and other botanical wonders. With decades of research and numerous publications to his name, Professor Montague's contributions to the field have been nothing short of revolutionary, including discoveries of new species such as the Dactyli Montague or hood marsh orchid. Wait, that was my discovery, wasn't it? He stole it. Wow. My friend wrote to me about the brook chalice, which made me want to research them. Yes, well, I have them now. I also have this pig. Rusty. Oh, right, because they clear rust. Right, they have the properties that help them clear rust. Put this in there. Fill it up with the rusty water. Yep, you can see it's all rusty now. Then we prepare it. Brook chalice. Water it a bit. Okay. Boom. Yay. Oh wow. I mean, it's basically like a lotus. The rust is still there though. Oh, it cleared it. Grow the brook chalice. The brook chalice prefers to grow in rivers with a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. The plant naturally filters the water from rust and metal. Unfortunately, they get removed often as most people prefer their ponds to be weed-free. Yeah, well, you can stay in the water. It's where you belong, along with your pig. Okay, do we have everything about everything then? This is done. Nightfall, we have everything. And oh, letter about melodies and bird calls. Must be about the cradle fern. Alright. Okay, let's start with nightfall then. Give me a pot. Put some soil in there. Plant a nightfall. Give it water. Okay, now this is for melodies. That's not what we want. We want to go up to the attic. Although which colors do I need? Right, the sight of plants, we know that, but like what day did the nightfall bloom? Sunset painting, grandma's research, fairy story, fairy painting. Trapped moths, moth calendar, moth poster, site of plants. You can see it's got white with brown splotches. It's the garden tiger moth. Yeah, it's exactly the garden tiger moth. Which month? Garden tiger. September. Yep, garden tiger is in September. Grandma's research in September. Grandma's research. May, July, October, April, September. Blue, yellow, orange, red. 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 Blue, yellow, orange and red. Blue and yellow, orange and red. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow, orange, red. Yellow, orange, red. Perfect. Oh, what a big flower you got. Boom. That's why moths get trapped in there. Because it opens and then closes very fast. Row the nightfall. Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Yeah, and then we have the cradle fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the bank, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. It's hunting, right? We know this. It's hunting that's causing their decline. And they need a specific song to grow. That also we know. So, potting soil, cradle fern, water it. Okay, we have it now. A photo shows white with blue dot eggs. Now, different type of eggs we had somewhere. Plants are pretty sensitive to sound. They'll do some natural environment. Right. I want to know about the birds. Which bird has what kind of egg? Where was that? Because we have this painting here. It shows white with like blue spot eggs. Now where the hell was the painting? Tells me about that. The other side perhaps. Goes here, that's for sure. We need to figure out which bird that egg is though. We need a name of the bird. Oh, I probably have that thing, right? Bird calls, bell tower, bird eggs in the study. Bird eggs in the study. This is the study. This is the attic. Studies in the library. Okay. Study. Ah, here it is. It's this one. Crested owl. Got it. To play the crested owl. Here. Crested owl. There it is. ECDEGF. ECD. ECDEGF. Yo, cradle fern. There you go. Now you can put your eggs in there. Grow the cradle fern. The cradle fern is used by the crested owl as nest, and in turn, the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. That's why they are allies, because, well, this is not really an ally. It blooms at night and then traps moths. This eats up parasites which are on the trees. This thing needs the bird, and this thing clears rust, but then we don't respect that, unfortunately. Then we have climbing up. It's the last one. Yep, gatehouse delivery. Expected. You wanna move all the plants back? Nah. You know what? No, let's move them. I moved all the other ones until now. Let's do it. Should be easy enough. I mean, one of them is right there. It's a very cool one. Gotta say, the nightfall. Then we have the mushrooms here. They can stay there. Then we have the one in the bathtub and the one which is on top where the melodies are playing. We have the one in the bathtub. Brook chalice, although I doubt it's gonna survive out of the water. Okay, and then the last one. Cradle fern, it's like the most simple one. But they're going extinct, which is why we are studying them, because their birds are being hunted, the owls. Get on the table. All my plants are on this table. Okay, we have the final chapter. The hardest puzzles, perhaps? Let us see. Let us see. They come with a key. What the hell? Apology from Jimmy. Lady Arabella, I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden home with me. It was in my pocket and I had simply forgotten. It was there. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I have left the key in the basket here for you, Jimmy. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. I'll take the key. All we have left is climbing up. And the formal garden, you see, is number 13 here. So the ground floor, first floor, second floor is all mapped out now. Okay, let's head to the formal gardens then. The final place. Locked from the other side, huh? Formal gardens. Where's the entry to this place? Through the kitchen, I know we can go out. There is an exit. Oh, but this is not the place you want to be. Aha, this way. Oh yeah, there it is. Formal garden. Boom, climbing up. 3 new plants have been added. Climbing up. Springdale scrub, fool's emerald, and oscillate. Okay, so spring dance shrub. This flowering bush used to grow in the gardens but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. The hell? Seed packet is in folly. Then we have fool's emerald. A friend gifted these seeds, so I don't know too much about them yet. Side terrace. And oscillate. A friend of mine found some seeds and was kind enough to let me use them for my herbarium. Boathouse. Okay. And if I also look at maps, yep, that's the entirety of the house. Oh my god, there's so much more. Yep. Whoever thought it was going to be easy. You were wrong, buddy. Got ourselves a newspaper article. Bonnet's illustrated penny paper. It was a message. Local man reports mystery signal. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. The way to my house, on the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by, I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished, and put it on back page. Nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I will never forget that one abbreviation as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities have assured our journalists that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area, so the mystery remains unsolved. High society and city news. That perhaps considered a hint? A particular. Yep, okay, it is. We don't know for which one. Having a nice little picnic here. I walk on the lawn. What the hell happened? Wow, what is that? Kind of people do I got? My entire garden is not. That's the whole place there. We may sit on the chair. Listen to the cool dulcet tones. Ding dong. Yeah, pick up the seed. This is the seed for the spring dance shrub. Alright, I see. May head down. Okay, and here we have our final working station. Well, I say final. It could be more. One of the last ones, though. Okay, let's visit up here. And this is the back part of that of this place. I see. Okay, doesn't look like much is going on here. Greeting card. Sincerest greeting. Dearest Arabella, I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew so abundantly as a large climbing shrub your garden. Elsewhere, I have only ever seen it growing as a small seedling. I have been compiling plant specimens that require pollination to mature into their adult stage. I am certain the spring dance shrub could be one of these plants. Ever your affectionate friend, Liviana. That's definitely about the spring dance. So it requires pollination, you say. Okay, we have chairs. I guess this is where I'm doing my mentoring. Nice bench as well. Must sit on them all. Okay. And this one, gotta sit in. We gotta see how it feels to be each person. I don't know, maybe there's an achievement for this. I'm really hoping there is. Seeds. Fool's Emerald. A friend gave me these seeds, but I don't know too much about them yet. Bioluminescence. Okay. Library of Natural Wonders. The marvel of bioluminescence. In the darkest corners of our world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi, and insects are most often found in areas of low light, such as dark forests, gloomy oceans, deep oceans, and gloomy caves. Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as lucifern are responsible for this glowing effect. It is not known what this glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communication with others of the same species or to attract pollinators or food. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered. Chapter 6 Recent Discoveries. Library of Natural Wonders. Plant chemicals. Chemical compounds in wildflowers. Jasmine, inole, poppy, opium, foxglove, digitoxin. Fool's emerald has luciferin. Daffodil, galanamite. St. John's water cyber. Okay, so Fool's emerald shines. The news article, Bioluminescence and Plant Chemicals, is all about Fool's Emerald because it has bioluminescence apparently. Dance shrub. Okay, we're just gathering intelligence. Okay, nothing. They're not doing anything yet. Man, now this is a beautiful place. Look at this. Incredible. Sit here and look at this. Man. Man, oh man. What happened to my damn walls, bro? They're all broken. Not very nice. What are these toadstool style things going on here? What exactly were we painting? Unfinished painting. Okay. Does that have to do with anything? No. Just a painting, bro. Why would it have to do with anything? Um, what the heck? I don't know what to do with this. Please put it back. Spiritualism book. From the desk of Arabella Greene, my dearest cousin, whilst I hold a deep fascination for the pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me. Therefore, I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interest with me. With affection, Arabella. Phenomena of Spiritualism. The Will of the Wisp. Growing, glowing spirit of marshes, forests, and caves. The will-o'-the-wisp is an eerie apparition that has long been the subject of both fear and fascination. It makes its appearance to lost travelers in dark, isolated places and beckons them to follow with its beguiling, blinking light. Many a wanderer has followed the wisp's alluring light across marshes or into caves never to be seen again. Take heed, those who venture into dark places, resist the temptation of the will-o'-the-wisp's shimmering radiance. They are turned back before it is too late. The will-o'-the-wisp is the fool's emerald. Makes sense, right? Fool's emerald. Will of the wisp. The sounding. So let me get this straight. You were cutting the grass when you found this in the grass? I don't know where this handle goes, bro. I can only imagine. Ah, there you go. Does it make a path? Oh no, it starts to water. Oh, how the hell am I gonna get across? Ah, well that answers my question. Frogger, find a way to cross the pond. Okay, and we have a nice little cave here. But we don't have enough intelligence on any of these. Packet location boathouse. Obviously this goes in there. Should I just make it? Doesn't seem right. Fool's emerald. Then you put it in the dark and it'll just work. I pressed the wrong button. Well, it did not work. You could also dump it in the compost. No, we don't need to do that yet. Leave it there for now. I never went over here, did I? Telegraph note. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived whilst you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. Jimmy. Ah, and they were saying attention. Right, that's probably the pattern it makes. Oh, buzz off. Military Codes, Manual of Military Engineering, Plate 2. Section 4, Communication over long distance. The method of communication over long distance must be selected according to the requirements of the scenario. If the message contains no sensitive information or there is no enemy presence within the communication area, an open method of communication such as telegraphy may be used. If open communication is permissible, both receivers may still benefit from the abbreviation of messages. See Plate 2 for a table of commonly used military abbreviations using telegraphy and Morse code. Closed communication methods rely more upon both technology and ingenuity. In the case of secrecy and obfuscation, planning is required and both parties must have knowledge of the method of encryption used over long distance. R is Roger, transmission received. K is over, invitation to transmit. AR is out, end of transmission. A as, wait, I must pause, please wait. VE verified, message is verified. INT, say again. Request for repetition. HH is correction. Preceding text was an error. BT was break, start, new section of message. KA attention, message begins. SK overland out, end of contact. Okay, so that is military codes. Note about telegram. Section 4-3. A brief history of long-range military communication. Ancient Greece, water telegraphy and torch telegraphy. Ancient Rome, smoke signaling. 16th century, beacons and pigeons. 18th century, Murray's stutter telegraph. 18th century, radiated telegraph. 19th century, Morse code. Communication methods and range. Opposite page 57. Seaweed, wood ash, guano, manure, coffee, peat. Okay. Growing hydrangeas. The flower growing companion. Illustrated monthly journal. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful flowers that contain Anthracene, which is a pigment that can change color depending on pH level of its environment. The colors can vary between red, purple, and blue. Needs for the season, supplies by postal order. Pot catalog. Godad's garden supplies. Catalog for purchase by postal order. New material for garden pots. Terracotta granite to suit all gardens. Sandstone marble obsidian. Oh my. Okay, we have new kind of pots. I don't know if they truly make a difference. Oh, bird feeder. Huh. Hey, shortcut. Alright. Pigment research. Research spring dance shrub. Blue, violet, purple, white, pink, red. So what pH depending on colors. Soil pH research. Guano, manure, seaweed, wood ash, coffee, peat. Okay, and in different. So in granite, guano is 3.3. But in terracotta, 3.6. Obsidian, 10.5. Notes by Arabella Greene. Some of these plants are going to need a specific pH as well. Categories, pot catalog, pigment research, soil pH levels. A lot of research is happening. Again, we have another chair. We must sit in the chair. And what do I have here? Letter from Hazel. Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I am grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Faithfully yours, Hazel. Another chair. We may sit. I mean, I am old. Letter about mentoring. Dear Miss Green, I have recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying the blind leading the blind does come to mind. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavors in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Sincerely, Professor Thornton. Thornton, mind your own darn business, alright? If I publish this book, you'll see. Then you'll all be sorry. Mixed seed for garden birds, prepared by Pivot Garden and Farmstead Supply Company. Highest quality, hygienically blended. Attract a host of garden birds such as bluebirds, finches, robins, and warblers with this seed prepared at the highest quality level. Simply spread the seeds on an appropriate bird table or feeding surface and observe the delight of your feathered garden neighbors. I have another one right there. So does one of these plants require like a specific bird song or something to flower? To germinate, whatever you want to call it. Look at all the terms I had learned in school. Learned quite a bit, and I did find it quite interesting. Oh, there you go. Bird poster. Attracting birds with color. Red flowers, bullfinch and robin. Blue flowers, bluebird and jay. Yellow flowers, blackbird, goldfinch, warbler. Purple flowers, green woodpecker, willow tit, golden oriole. Orange flowers, golden oriole. Okay. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers. But did you know that birds have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colors? The above chart shows which color of flowers attract which birds to your garden. And now we have the boathouse key as well. Interesting. And we have a thing we can put here. We can attract a bird here too. But which color bird? Those is the real question. Did I sit here? I might have. Okay, so lots to do. Well, we have still to gain. Yeah, see, a lot of intelligence is still remaining. And I am guessing, although I am not sure, that these things will be found in the boathouse, perhaps. That is where our telegraph machine is also there. Not telegraph, you know what I mean. The Morse code machine or whatever. Transmitter. Anyway, let's crack open the boathouse. This is the final area of my mansion that I have yet to visit. And look at this, I can even make... There's another thing here. Cannot hide the Egyptian goose from me. Quack, 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 quack. Inspect all ducks. Alright. That's a good achievement. Telegraph. Open it. International Morse code for the transformation of telegraph signals. Okay, I see. Okay, so I'm guessing we need to give a particular signal to that thing and that will terminate then. We may sit. Maybe sitting on all the chairs is also an achievement. Oh my. Supplies invoice brought off Sweden Bath. William Foley. Educational and school material supplied to Lady Arabella Greene. 10th June 1890. Classroom desks with chair 10. So $3, 5 something, 3 pounds 5 shillings. I don't know. Classroom notebooks box of 20. Chalkboard ink black book. Black blue box of 20. Ink red box of 10. Writing materials, display case, teaching desk, £4. Setting up a thing, a classroom. Okay. How weeds spread, garden weeds and pests. How weeds spread. Weeds can take over an area quite rapidly. Some weeds have adapted in order to spread their seeds as far away as possible. The plant itself does not have much control over this, but trusts nature to lend a helping hand. Wood Evans and goosegrass have seeds with a hook designed to attach to the fur of passing animals. They are then carried and dropped up to several miles away. Dandelions have seeds with an attached feathery puff that allows them to simply be carried by the wind to a faraway location. Other plants, such as lords and ladies, wrap their seeds in an attractive berry which birds consume and then later deposit as a waste a great distance away. A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the oscillity. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nests. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. Alright, so that oscillate. This is definitely about oscillate. Weeds and seeds. We have direct mention of it. Acorn. Collect 3 tokens. Woodland card. Worm. Collect 4 tokens. Animal card. Oscillate seed. Collect 0 tokens. Field card. Grass. Collect 2 tokens. Meadow card. Pine cone. 2 tokens. Woodland card. Rabbit. Rabbits live in many habitats in burrows underground. They come above ground to graze in the morning and evening. Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are protected from predators by their coat of needles. They live in burrows in both field and woodland habitats. Grey squirrel. The North American grey squirrel is larger than the red and the North American grey squirrel is larger than the red and with smaller ears. It forages foods but can also digest some seeds straight away. Is that why they're gone? Wood mouse. Wood mice are very small and live in woodlands, but also many other habitats, including fields, parks, meadows, and gardens. Red squirrel. Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. That's how those seeds are spreading. Once they brought the red squirrels in, that plant disappeared because they were digesting it. Moles live underground and have poor vision. They find food and mates using their sense of smell and touch. Here we may sit. Tung. What do we got? Board game rules. Foraging critters. Game rules. Game setup. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the center of the game board. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start tile. Players choose an animal by rolling the dice. The highest roller chooses first. Game rules. Playing the game. Take turns to roll the dice and move your animal along the woodland path. The highest roller goes first. If you land on a food tile, pick up a food card. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the tokens specified on the food card. If you land on a grey squirrel tile, it steals all of your food tokens and they must be returned to the board. The player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. Woodland cards. Rabbit, wood mouse, red squirrel. Field cards, red squirrel. Animal cards, hedgehog, mole. Meadow cards, rabbit, wood mouse, mole. Is that a clue? Playing cards. Board game rules. I believe they are talking about this. There you go. We have the seed for oscillate. Edison standard phonograph. Edison Records and Phonography Company. Talking Machine Record. Makers of the famous Talking Machine. Daisy Dreams sung by Ben Duet. Duration 40 seconds. BPM 100. Mouded Blossom song by Valley Quartet. Duration 90 seconds. BPM 90. Duration 40 seconds. BPM 90. Molded Cylinder Record. Talking Machine Record. Stop it, please. Wildflower Waltz, song by Thomas Williams, duration 51 seconds, BPM 70, genuine Edison record. Echo all over the world. Okay. Nocturne, song by Otto Miller, duration 1 minute 16 seconds, BPM 50. Grand Opera Collection, Echo all over the world, made at the Edison Laboratory. Meadows Bliss, song by Trio D May, duration 1 minute 1 second, BPM 120. Edison Records and Phonography Company, makers of the famous Talking Machine. Okay, so some of them need a specific song. Animal Heartbeats, guidelines for animal husbandry and rehabilitation. For all work with animals, domesticated and wild. London, F. Sharp and Co. Golden Lane. Animal heartbeat rates given in BPM. Oh. Cow, horse, sheep, goat, pig, chicken, dog, cat, rabbit, hedgehog, mouse, rat, red squirrel, stoat, mole, shrew. We gotta go red squirrel. When awake, it should be at 120. Right? Animal heartbeats. Okay. So it needs to get 120 heartbeat. And we see here that the grey squirrel is larger and it can digest the seed straight away. While the poor red squirrel takes it back and cannot digest the food. I have one missing thing still. Is it this? Definitely not. How can I be missing one thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'll end it here. This is fun. I think I'll finish next time definitely. I'm getting close to some of them at least. Or the last couple of ones. Anyway, see you in the next one. And the final one. Unless I'm dumb and I mess it up, but we'll see.